T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Welcome to another Chill Review. This time it is Bingotoys BT04 Spider Lady. This is a third-party, like super duper stylized version of Blackarachnia from Beast Wars, Beast Machines, Transformers Animated. It's like they smashed her all together into one character, and you'll see her. Now I heard some things rattling around in there. This stand was just loose in there with her legs, so I'm hoping these are good and not scratched up, because they should have been taped to the back of it. Thank you so much, people. And yeah, she comes with a lot of stuff apparently. Oh boy, you know what she doesn't come with? Instructions. I just love watching other people's videos. I love it. Alright, here she is out of packaging, and this thing is insane. This is the closest thing that I can think of that is like a Transformer being a doll, because she is, her look is completely variable. Like the way I have her looking, you don't have to have her looking like this at all. Yours can be a completely different configuration. Yes, these legs are not connected in packaging. You can plug them into the 6 ports on her back, and I'll show that when I take one of them off. And then there's all other options where you can plug it into her little butt right there, or you can plug it into her shoulder because she has a port there. It's like crazy. She even has ports in her arms, so you can plug them into the arms. So it's nuts. I'm not going to be going through all of that because I don't want this video to be 100 minutes long. But yeah, you have options. Like you can aim these things however you freaking want. But that's what you see more of her detail. Covered in gold and purple paint. Die cast, the only thing I can tell that's die cast is her heel. The rest of her body seems to be plastic. There may be some die cast in the legs if she's like the wind blade. Yeah, I see it in her hips. So there's that, if you want that. Oh yeah, and there's some in her elbow. So yeah, it's not going crazy, but she does have die casts in places. Now here's the thing with the faces. The faces are variable as well. Like when you pull it out of packaging, she has a different crest right here, and she doesn't have on a mouth at all. You have to pick and choose what you want. Now, I like Blackarachnia having a gold face like the original cartoon. So there she is with that right there. And then you have these spike things right here, these mandibles that can actually come out and rotate on the ball joint. So her head is like variable as well. I like to have something like this, and there are like little grooves right there where they actually rest in. And oh, this one came out. I was like, why am I able to move this more than the other side? But I like to do something like this where the spikes are up on her head. You're supposed to do this for transformation, but I like that right there the most. And I like it closed in, but you could do whatever you want. So use your imagination on how you would want that. Now here she is with the other crest without the thing around her eyes like she had on the original show, making her look a little bit more anime girl. Here she is with an exclamation face right there where she's like yelling something really loud or whatever. Here's her happy laughing face. And here's her pervert anime face that people might use for whatever pose they want to use it on. And of course you can have the other crest for the other faces. If you want to up the depraved factor, they gave her a flesh tone face right there. So it could be like she is some type of actual human person inside of a spider robot armor. So there's that. And she has matching looks and the flesh tone. And yeah, I'm going to suggest y'all go to Show Z. I'll put a link in the description. They aren't, I'm not sponsored by them in any type of way. They're not giving me free figures. But I'll put a link in the description so that you can go check out the gallery there. Because they show her with every face variation and whatnot. You might have seen it, but she has these fists right here. In package, she has no hands attached. She has these open palm hands right there. You get the heart gesture hands right there. You also get grip hands so she can hold this gun right here, which is looking like a stylized version of her original gun, basically. It's less of a crossbow, but you do have some crossbow style elements and whatnot. And underneath it looks like a generation gun. In fact, you could probably put this in the hands of, is this yeah, I think this is Stanport peg size. So you could probably put that in the hands of a core class figure, which is crazy. But yeah, I like her. That's not it. She also comes with these blades right here, which if you want to, you can pull off her feet here. Everything pegs on with like Stanport pegs. You could peg these into her shoulders if you want to. Everything is so crazy variable, like I said. And now here's what I did. I put them in her feet. I put the legs on her thorax or whatever that thing is called on the spider. And now she can look more like she looked in Beast Machines, where she had the legs hanging off of there and she had pointy feet like that. She comes with a stand right here. Now, this can get her off the ground like just slightly when she's in spider mode, but you could detach this right here, and both of these pegs, or both of these, yeah, these pegs right there, they have points where they can actually clip into that. And we could like lean this forward so it can have somewhere to rest. And she does have a peg endpoint right there and one right there. And I should show you, you could just store her gun down here at all times if you want. It should be noted that all of these peg holes are very tight. You even need to put some type of lube on there, and I forgot what is actually called, the lube that you can use on figures. Or you could just be very, very, very careful while plugging stuff in. And here she is, somewhat standing on her own with the stand. So there's that. Negatives, these arms don't stay on the butt well at all. Articulation, I'm going to start with these because I'm going to take it out. You do have a hinge right there on that handle, and it does rotate like for ankle pivot, even though she wouldn't really need it. And apparently she has a peg at the bottom and a peg at the top because this came off. All right, up in her head, she has two ball joints, one actually in the head at the base, so she can look down, look up, but she has a ball in the bottom of the neck that goes left and right, comes forward a bit. It stops right there. It goes back some. You can lift her head over her back so she can look up that much. She does have two ball joints in the shoulder. They go back that much, come forward for butterfly joint action. They can go out more than 90, and this shoulder pad is actually on its own hinge, so that can go up and down. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. The wrist is just a ball joint. The waist is on a ball. It can tilt to the side a bit. Very, very tight. It can tilt back on a hinge, but then you have a hinge right, two hinges right there, so she can get crazy ab crunch way deeper than any of the other female figures I have that's like this, that are similar like this in a anime sexy girl style. But she can rotate right there. I think she can rotate at the top. It's so tight. It is freaking scary tight. The hips drop down. The hips go out to the side. She has thigh swivel. She does have this transformation joint that other figures have, even though she doesn't need it. I wish, wait, there is a little nub. Let me see if I can, yeah, you can get that to click. I didn't know that. These little side skirts come out on the ball joint. They haven't popped off on me, so let me just click this if I can. I'll find this sweet spot. Where is the sweet spot? There we go. I got that to click. So now it shouldn't be transforming halfway. But you get a thigh rotation, you get a double jointed knee that has kind of a piston-y action where this shifts back like that and shifts down. You get ankle pivot, you can go back, forward, yada yada yada, and swivel. Now if you want her to be more feminine robot situation, she does have a fully sculpted butt back here. Let's zoom in on that. And you see what these ports look like if you want to pull the legs off. So there's that. And before the transformation, if you grab on this portion right here, it's very hard to grab, to be honest. You grab that, you can flip this hinge in with the hand, shut that, and then pull this spike out that's been behind her arm the whole time. And she can have a spider blade hand. Besides the hip articulation, she honestly exceeds my expectation. And the hip articulation does help to get her in different poses. So I'm really happy with this one. Here is Masterpiece Beast Wars Blackarachnia. So you can see she is definitely not in scale with those figures at all. I don't have the figures on hand, so here is what she looked like in the animated series when she was Transmetal. Here's what she looked like on Beast Machines, and here's what she looked like on Transformers Animated. Here's Primal and Cheetor to show you just how much she does not scale with these guys. Here's Magic Square's Light of Something Optimus Prime Masterpiece equivalent. Here is Nicee by, I forget who, I got a review for, Nicee. And here is Bingotoys Wind Girl. I have a review for her as well, so you can see everything I've felt about her in her video. Any old who, let me hurry up with this transformation. My daughter is here, she needs to sleep in this room, so I need to hurry up. I already have the mandibles up like this. I mean, you could pose them how you want it. You could do that. But we need to get this part right here forward again, which is difficult to grab. I'm not even gonna lie. Get that right there. Rotate the hand in. Shut it. Bring this forward until it can't go anymore. Same thing over here. Now that opened easy over there. Thank you. Get the hand in there. Shut it. Get this blade like that. Now we can detach the chest right here. Bring it out, rotate it, and I'm gonna just leave it like that for now. We can lift up on her abdomen till it's like that. Rotate around, and now this kind of just shut by itself, but basically it just sits on top of her face, so don't worry about that right now. The legs, I'm not gonna worry about them right now. But basically these things on her back, I'm gonna use the legs as leverage because these joints are crazy tight. Grabbing it, and we're gonna like shift it out and down. So it's coming out, and then it's on a hinge that gets it to come down like that. I'm gonna do that on this side. Move the legs out the way a bit, or I rotated these in such a way. But basically, we need to grab this and bring that hinge down. We could bend this back like that so we can get more room and just make it come down kind of like touching like that. Make sure that this leg is turned out. We can, at this point, rotate all of these golden spider legs so that they'll be angled down like that. Now, the shoulders, you can see that ball joint right there. We can rotate this back like that and get this arm like that. Rotate the shoulder in and rotate the arms. Yeah, get it like that basically. And actually I have these legs turned the wrong way. Boy, oh boy. They need to be turned that way. So I had them right originally. Up under here, this kind of lifts up and can come out so we can get enough room to rotate this out here. And then there are pigs right there, and they're like kind of pigs right there that go into her back right here, and go into the little gold part. Yeah, push it in at the top on both sides, and then you can get it into the gold part. Now that we have that done, we can get back to work here. Separate. Actually, I think I already had this separated, but I had to redo this whole part. Here is the most important thing. Let me lighten this up some more because everything's black. These hinges need to rotate down. They are tight as crap. Yours might be like that, hopefully, so it can stay tight and stay in the position you want it to be in. But basically the hinges have to like kind of come down and wrap around her butt almost, basically, or come down alongside the butt like it's done right there. Make sure both of them are angled the same amount, but the feet need to shut right here, and I can probably lower this some. The knee needs to bend at the bottom first, which is easier said than done. Here we go. Needs to bend there first. Get this out the way, and this can like hinge up higher. You can bend this down and basically get the foot through there. Do the same thing on this side. Bend it at the bottom knee, which is very tight. Bend it and get it through here. And now that the feet are through here, we can lift the legs up so that, and get them underneath of this. Basically, this needs to push forward to wrap around her ankles right there. And down here, we can bend these down. There are little pegs right here on the gold part that go up into the rear of the spider. Well, now that I have that, yeah, this is wrapped better, and we can angle the feet down. Now these can clip on to the pegs right here. Sorry about the white washed out lighting, but I want to make sure that y'all can actually see that because this thing is very dark. Anywho, get the legs positioned how you need it. And she's a spider. One extra thing I did is her head opens up right here, so she can have an actual spider mouth, which is very cool. Super duper 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 cool. But here she is in her spider form. This is what it's looking like. You can go ahead and take this gun and plug that up under here. This is what that's looking like. Yeah, get that plugged under there. And this is what that's looking like right here. But I like the way this came together. The boobs do look like robot eyes or whatever. Then she does have the little detail right there, so I guess those are secondary eyes as well. And I like the way the mandibles look. The arm, you get this articulation right here, and it can still rotate and whatnot. This peg came loose for whatever reason, but you see that you get the swivel down there, a hinge right here, and a swivel on the ball joint on each of these other 3 legs. There is still some motion right here. I think that's added motion so you can get the head tilted to side and whatnot. You do have somewhat motion in this area. Oh, but since the joints are so tight, you can get it standing up on its own, which is really cool. Here it is next to the Beast Wars Masterpiece Blackarachnia. She is significantly bigger. So there's that. Here's a Voyager class Ironhide. I don't really have anything else transformed. I do not feel like transforming the Beast Wars stuff. It took me forever to get Blackarachnia as transformed as she is. So there's that. But this looks good. And you can actually put her on a stand. I'm going to remove this part and put its rifle peg back on here. She has one main area. There's a peg right there. You can put her on it. She doesn't need it as you saw, but she can get on this if you wanted to. So there's that. And since this thing is in a specific line, you can have her attacking your generation stuff if you want. Yeah. You could store the blades right here if you want. Pretend she has like some kind of wings, since this is like a mutant type bug. Let's see how these fit inside of this. So you could have blades hanging off of there if you want. Whatever. I really like this. It came out better than I thought. Especially since the joints are tight, she's not flopping around as much as this thing. The fact that it has this mouth right there, I didn't even know about that. I watched the video on this a while ago, but I completely forgot. The mandibles are variable. You have all types of articulation in these joints right here. And it looks nice and comes together. It just looks like part of a lady robot down there if you really pay attention. But I like it. It came out good. Okay, reverse transformation. If you have this little mouth open, push it up right there to shut it. And we need to get the leg out the way. Basically untab this from here. Just untab on both sides first. Kind of get it down out the way. Then we can grab on this and pull it up. Once you do that, I'm going to take this off so I can get out the way. We should be able to move the legs around and basically open them up and push the heel or the toe forward and open up the heel like that. Same thing over here. You can get this out the way. Move this down all the way. The toe came forward by itself. Open up the heel. Now we need to get the legs out the way some more. This right here needs to detach from the gold part. So we can kind of like wedge your thumbnail in there to get that separated. Do that on the other side. Now these right here, these hinges right here, you can rotate them back. And yeah, the toughest thing about the transformation back is the same thing as forwards. The joints are so tight, which is a good thing and a bad thing, of course, but we can, with this out here, we can lift this up and rotate it down. And now basically we just need to get this pinned down and peg these back onto there. Peg this back onto there. It's better if you make sure, let me lighten this up. You see how that hinge is up like that? This one isn't. So it's fighting me. Make sure it's up at the same angle on both sides, and then you should be good to go. And now I should be able to peg that in and bring it down. That's good enough right there. The arms, or actually this can come off the face, and now the arms can just come up like this, just to get out the way. Bring them forward a bit. Now we need to rotate these gold panels back up. Move the head forward so we can get that all the way up. And yeah, the joints are so tight, but that's good. Now we can rotate her waist here. Bring that forward. Get the arms down. Bring the chest. Actually, you know what? This needs to rotate. And then we can push it up against our body. And make sure that it's all the way shut. It's shut on both sides. Now here we can pull this peg out. Open this. Pull this spike out. Open that. And the hand is up in there. You might need a little tool. I'm going to use our little pinchy claw things to get it going. And then, you know what, it popped off. It's trying to not make her parts former, but joints tight, ball joints. That doesn't combine with that doesn't work with each other. Shut that, and then we can push this spike back. Same deal over here. Get it going. Pull it, pull it. If you're lucky, you'll be able to get this hinge all the way out so you can shut that panel and shut this. And basically, at this point, it's a matter of you putting her little hair spikes or head spikes how you want it. I personally like it like that. And the same thing goes for the legs down here. I like to put that one down there. You could do whatever you want. And I like to have these sticking straight up. But it's all variable. You can do whatever you want. But basically, she is once again a robot. And that's great. It's great. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos.